Thank you, Chair. Hello, Minister. You served as Minister of Public Services and Procurement and President of the Treasury Board during the period of the ArriveScam scandal. There are two major outstanding questions that I hope I can get answers to today. The first is, why was GC Strategies so special to the Trudeau government? And secondly, what were Liberal ministers doing while this was unfolding? Now, on the first question, GC Strategies was founded in 2015. It has done extensive and lucrative work with your government, receiving contracts and then subcontracting. They've been a go-to contractor and advisor, even though their business is simply to get contracts and subcontracts. In fact, Christian Firth spoke yesterday about being flattered, about being a go-to advisor and resource from the government, even asking questions about what the content of contracts of RFPs would be that he would then bid on. So I want to ask you, what did your government see in GC Strategies? Why did you have this special relationship with them?
I had no meetings with GC Strategies. I have no...
Just to clarify, I'm talking about the government. I'm
I
not
have
talking about
no
you personally, but
background as to why those individuals were contracted with. When I first learned about the ArriveCAN application, it was at COVID committee meetings during the pandemic, and it was in the context of protecting the borders. But I do understand that predecessors to this company were under contract with the government of Stephen Harper. That is the company called Cordell, I believe. And so the question can be asked of the Harper government as well.
Minister, the company was founded in 2015, and even any other such companies had much lower magnitudes. I want to drill down on this question. You've hopefully at least asked some questions about it, even if you didn't know about it until recently. Your own department did about $10 million in contracts with GC Strategies. Christian Firth testified that that he was gone to multiple times for advice on RFPs. So I do want to ask the minister again, because the minister is responsible for the department. Have you sought information about the close relationship between the government and GC Strategies? I'm just trying to understand why GC Strategies was this go-to for the government for so long.
Actually,
at such
thank
magnitude.
you for the question. I thank my honourable colleague for the question. Of course, I've sought information. I'm an extremely thorough and systematic minister.
Great.
I have
Let's
found that it is 10 contracts. None are active at the current time, and the amount is $9.97 million. I have been briefed repeatedly by my team. I have sought information from the department.
No, but I'm asking the why question. Let me jump in because you're giving me numbers that I already have, but I'm asking the why question. Why was GC Strategies a constant go-to?
Well,
you didn't just give them contracts. You asked them for advice about what should go into RFPs. All of us have found represented this company to be completely uncredible and dishonest. What did your government see in this company that you just kept coming back to them for deals?
This is a piece of information that can be answered only by CBSA, not by me as president of the Treasury Board. They are the ones who approved this contract. They are the ones who were engaged with these suppliers.
I do have to move on.
It's difficult for me to
aside from ArriveCAN, your department did 10.
Response.
As you said, your department did $10 million of contracts with them. So GC Strategies had a special relationship, not just with CBSA, but with your department as well. In the time I have left, I want to ask you about ministerial responsibility in our system of government. Ministers don't do everything themselves, but they are supposed to take responsibility for their departments because they establish the policies and the culture that guide them. Do you believe in the principle of ministerial responsibility as it relates to ArriveCAN?
I believe that we need to ensure that we have the rules in place to ensure integrity.
You're avoiding the question. I think it's fairly obvious. It's a yes or no question. Do you believe in the principle of ministerial responsibility as it relates to ArriveCAN?
I believe in the principle of ministerial accountability as a general matter.
And in this case?
I will say that I believe in the Westminster system of government as a whole, which is why I ran for public office.
What does ministerial responsibility mean to you in this context?
Ministerial responsibility in this context means coming to committee, answering the questions that members of the opposition
By saying you don't
parties
know?
in the House have, and I am answering questions as I expect all of my colleagues to do.
What does it mean to you that your
honestly
government is
and-
responsible, that the ministers in your government are responsible?
Thank you, Mr. Genuis. That's your last
She's
word. I will give
brutal.
the last word. If there's any from the minister, then I will turn.
I'd love a response. Yeah.
Mr. Chair, everyone in this room believes in the Westminster system of government. That is why we are contributing to our democracy, and I appreciate the questions that my
Thank you.
colleagues have answered across the board.
Thank you.